A shed update, and this is the first time I got to actually use my heater inside the Ark itself. I actually bought this basically during summer when it was like 10-15 bucks. I always try to buy all the winter stuff in the summer when no one's thinking about it and it's really cheap. But anyway, I'll probably get 2 heaters. I like to have one on kind of back there a little bit farther, and then one probably close to the door. That way it'll keep it if I stay in here long enough. But one does it pretty decent and gets the chill off of in here, especially on cold days. However, you know, subarctic weather probably won't be out here as much. But anyway, a shed update, and I got to thank Elliot Brown from Fedoratron.com. He sent a couple models in, and some of them are just absolutely, I was amazed and shocked when I saw them, because I don't think I've ever seen a couple of these kits before. But anyway, the very, very thankful, and thank you, Elliot. That was just absolutely fantastic. But anyway, very quick, I'm probably going to do a couple of updates, because there's a few things need to discuss about that. But anyway, monster scenes. These are DIMCON kits, and I actually had these bought at the hobby store. Wait, my little heater's getting a little loud. There we go. We'll warm up in just a little bit. But anyway, the hobby store, I pre-ordered these at the hobby store, and actually they have a little layaway plan, and since I'm a value customer, they let me put things on layaway there that you can get models that normally hobby stores don't really carry. They really don't carry the DIMCON kits. I kind of am about the only one that gets them here in town. But anyway, I got these, and I actually there was a place that actually had a sale on them, and they were almost half price, and I actually bought them first, and then I went ahead and got the second animal pit and second dungeon, because now we have 2, which, you know, we like to do 2 around here. But anyway, that's these are basically sealed. Basically got 2 that are open and 2 that are sealed. But anyway, and I can't grab these with one hand. They're just big boxes. But anyway, that's the DIMCON that I will be adding to the Ark. And of course, last time I added the feral cat and the saber-toothed rabbit. However, I probably I'm going to probably end up doing it. I'm just trying to watch what I spend, because I got a lot of pre-orders and a lot of kits on order anyway. I'll probably get the skeleton to finish out the set. But anyway, also at the hobby store, and they have a little science fiction section, and this wasn't in the science fiction section. This was in like the car section back there. This was laying on top, and I was like, what the hell? So I had to have it, because this is an Ultraman car, and I have no idea what it is, or you know, what they use in the show. But now I have 3 Ultraman kits. I got the drill, the plane, and now I got an automobile. But anyway, I don't care. I had to have it. It's Ultraman, and so hopefully in a couple weeks they'll have some more Ultraman stuff, and I'll be there to pick it up. But anyway, that is that. This is a couple kits that Elliot sent, and I be honest, I don't remember seeing these at all. And this is the X30 and the Orient Express. Basically the same model, just one's different. However, the X30, it's kind of cool, but the Orient Express is just even cooler. And this is the old late 80s monogram snap type logo. I mean, these kits are just absolutely fantastic. And now, you know, they don't make stuff like this anymore, which I think they should. I mean, the possibilities are just endless. 1989. Let's see, what was new kits in 1989? I was probably buying something. We got cars, we got planes. Well, helicopters, probably buying a bunch of helicopters when Airwolf was happening. we got going on here? Cars, more planes. Where's the good stuff? Watercraft boat. Metal Masters. Come on now, come on. Ooh, Monogram Exacts. I may have to look a little probably getting into the Hot Wheel market there, but you know, I may have to try to track down a package to get one of those. But anyway, I mean, it's just an absolutely cool kit. First thing when I saw the X30, I was like, man, you can make almost something shield out of it, almost like a futuristic bus. But anyway, there's the X30 and the Orient Express, but I think it's just absolutely just cooler. I mean, I understand why they marketed different things, but I think that was just pretty sick. And there's endless paint jobs which you could do to it. But I honestly, I don't remember seeing these at all. I mean, of course, you know, who knows? I was probably late 80s, you know, I was probably buying something, spaceships or, you know, something or whatever my taste, you know, jumped into. But anyway, these are just absolutely fantastic. There's the Bright Air Productions logo, which I do have a BHP logo up here, but I'm thinking about, I want to cut one out, and I actually found that stashed at 7. I'll probably put something along the shelf line. That way I can always do a little self-advertising while I talk. Glencoe. This is their Blimp. They've reissued this several times. I don't know. I can't remember what. Where's the date? 91. I'd love to have not necessarily. I'd like to have an original box one. That's the one I would like. But anyway, I love blimps. I think they're airships. I think they can be used for almost any of that era, you know, and even science fiction. I know it's some crazy, you know, scale that don't scale anything, but I just think they're absolutely fantastic. I think I got a reissue one over here somewhere that I saw recently, maybe. Anyway, I go through a little blimp phase where I pretty much like, I just think they're just odd. Remember the old comic, The Balloon Buster? I think I swore I saw it earlier. Of course, models, they do tend to blend together once you get a few kits in here. Well, I don't. So, well, you know, I got my AMT and Trevor, which I want another one, that would be the Enterprise, but you know, that's just down the road once we try to find it. But anyway, adding another Glencoe blimp to the art, and this was kind of crazy. And Elliot, I noticed when I pulled this out of the box, we were kind of, I was like, man, we basically like the same type of stuff. But anyway, this is an AMT Back to the Future trilogy set. You get all 3 kits, and this is like one of their detailer, it's kind of like a model kit club. You could, I can't remember exactly how, but you can mail off for it, and you know, you basically got kits back through the mail back in the day. But these should be the Aoshima kits that are repackaged in the AMT box here, and it's nothing, you know, special. It's all, you know, pretty much bag kits, and you can see made in Japan, so that's the Aoshima kits. It's basically just you know, bag kits in the AMT Ertl box. And when this came out, I was like, man, I don't really want this. I wanted the individual Aoshima kits that you could get. And there used to be like I want to say a consignment store, basically like a Big Lots back in the 80s, and they had them, and I was saving up trying to get them, and when I went to go get them, they were gone. It was a story of my life back then. But anyway, many years later, I was at a model show, and this was on top of a stack of kits, and he told me the price. I said, that's mine. And now, believe it or not, I have 2 of these now in the art. That's just almost freaky. That's just very crazy. But anyway, that's a little bit of a story right there. I thought that was a unique. Of course, that's a unique find there, because you don't really see the 3-pack Hiroshima kits together, which I think are top of the line of the Back to the Future cars than the actual Polar Lights one, any other ones that come out. But anyway, that's that. Probably going to do a couple more, another video. I got a couple things here that I want to show and talk about, and we'll jump that bridge anyway. But anyway, that's what I have got going on, adding stuff to the Ark. We are, of course, having my heater, adding the monster scenes, another round of monster scenes, adding a blimp, adding another trilogy set Back to the Future kits, another blimp, and my personal favorite, the Orient Express and the X30. That's what I am adding to the Ark. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.